Welcome everyone to race number 21 here at Watkins Glen. Our own one and only road course race of this season. Supposed to be second, but you already know why. Nick Kennedy is on pole for today's race. Here's the full qualifying results. And now we take you to trackside. Here's a race command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Okay, engines fired up. We are ready to go. As you saw, Alexander Rowe in the 12 did not even post a time in today's race. He sat on the pole for the national race and got taken out after a 3-wide pass. Well, not by him, but just got caught up in a 3-wide situation. The bus stop got taken out, and today he doesn't even attempt a lap. Either that or something happened. And Alexander Rowe, not a very good Watkins Glen weekend for him, isn't it? Alright, here we go. Getting ready to go green. Nick Kennedy in the 10 will lead us to the green flag. Parker Smith on the outside row. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we're underway. There's Colin Cropley there. He's already looking to the inside. Into turn 1 they go. How many takers? Gonna send it down there into turn 1. Got a few. Oh, Eric Monaco bouncing off the 38. Man, he went way off. Oh, careful. Brad Cheston is there in the middle. 3 wide. The 09 there also contact. Incredible how they made it through that. Eric Monaco was 8th and looks like he's outside the top 10 now. Nick Kennedy still leading the race here. Colin Cropley second, third is Parker Smith side by side. Scott and King in the bus stop. Side by side's okay here in the bus stop chicane. Just 3 wide. Just not gonna work. Colin Cropley second in the point standings to his teammate, only 20 points back. Parker Smith, who's 6th, he gained a position, 95 points back. Here goes Cropley to the inside into turn 6. He'll be on the outside in turn 7. Oh, Kennedy nearly came up and door slammed him side by side. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Oh, man, close to call again. And looks like Cropley in the 17 is going to have the advantage and will lead lap number 1. Incredible pass by Colin Cropley, and he's clear. Kennedy gets right in behind. Oh, man, I thought he put the bumper to him. There he goes. Kennedy wants that lead back, and back there. Oh, here we go. Now there's going to be trouble. Light's still green. Connor Breeden at the 49. Looks like he saved it. Side by side. Going through the S's. Here comes Parker Smith in the 43. He's going to go with Kennedy here. Yeah, he knows Cropley's a championship rival. They'll want to help him. That's thing my way again. And Parker Smith able to get by Cropley there. Up to second. Or back to second he goes. Parker Smith gonna need a win here. He's already got himself one. He needs a second one. Maybe not needs, but it'll be a huge help for him to get back in this championship fight. Probably a few have counted him out. He's fallen back. And now he's slowly catching back up. Lazy Batara is up here in 5th place. Looking for a good run today. Here's the 2 Dodgers side by side. Look at Chris Sang. Oh, big trouble. Huge trouble. Car upside down. Who is that? I don't know who that was. But there's a huge wreck coming off the turn as Nick Kennedy takes the yellow flag. And we'll take a look at the replay. So let's take a look here. Battle for 12th in 88. Tobin McCoy, Patrick Mew. McCoy, yeah, he gets turned by the 88 car. Up in the air he goes, and there was more wrecking back there, and then it was him who goes upside down. Probably got turned over by the 99. But man, what a wreck. There's Chapman in the 24. Just won the national race here at the Glen. Also collected not too much damage. We see Michael Brown, Nathan Orman back there. A little bit of a jam up. A lot of cars just flat out just stopped because it was just too chaotic. So that was Eric Monaco. They're 3 wide, it looks like. They're going to make it 3 wide. Coming off turn 7. Eric Monaco had a bad start to the race. Was 8th, was 16th, and then he just gets turned into the wall. And Max Anderson on the 36, he just goes head on into the wall without any contact. He just went into it, possibly just trying to avoid the wreck. So a huge wreck on the front straightaway. There's the 88 car again. Oh wait, actually no, Anderson he did get hit or got turned. There was by the 19 of Tony Newman. So take a look at that again. He gets close to the 8. The 8 goes on to the rumble strips. And then Mew, he just pretty much follows him, gets into him, turns him around. Here's from the spectator view. Much better angle, get to see a lot. And yep, it was the 99 who turned him over right in the driver's door. Just goes on his roof, doesn't do any rolls, skids down. Doesn't not get back on all 4 either. A few other drivers like Tony Newman. There's Derek Edison and Andrew Garner with a little bit of damage. Not too much. Should be okay, especially on the road course. But there's the first caution of the day. And before we take you back, what happened to Connor Breeden the lap before? Took the wrong driver. So this was a lap before. Entering turn 1, they're 3 wide. And Connor Breeden, he bounces off the 29 of Kenny Johnson. He locks up way pretty far away from the field, and he doesn't really spin out. He doesn't spin out at all. He just locks up the brakes, avoids hitting the tire barrier, and that was it for him. Alright, so that's why there was no yellow. I'll take you back to the restart now. Alright, getting ready for the green here. So 4 cars out of that one. Edison, or not Edison, I'm saying Edison for Monaco, McCoy, Mew, and Anderson. 32 cars remaining on the racetrack. Nick Kennedy out in front. Parker Smith, Colin Cropley, Josh King, Blaze Zivatar, your current top 5. Expect to see a big shakeup in the points. Got Nick Kennedy up front. We got Parker Smith, who's second. Cropley, who is up here in the top 5. As we're back on the way. Smith looks to the outside. Now back to the inside as well as the 17. Into turn 1 they go. There's a big block there. Whoa. Chris Sang nearly wrecking side by side. Here comes Parker Smith to the lead. Probably right there. Look at him. He's basically bump drafting him through the S's. Now back. Now he's going to help Kennedy this time. See if he can clear him. Josh King in the 5. Kind of in the middle. Still side by side. And Parker Smith is going to clear Nick Kennedy off the bus stop chicane. Here comes Josh King. Oh, some contact there between Cropley. Some more. It's bumping and banging through the carousel. From the helicopter view, Kennedy has second, but Josh King going to try to outbrake him. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, the 20 car. Oh, right into the tire barriers. Coming back in front of traffic. Chris Sang makes contact. Oh, Connor Breeden. More wrecking. Into the wall he goes. More wrecking up front. Nope. Who is that? 42, 46, 19. Under caution again. Parker Smith is the leader. Nick Kennedy, does he has issues? Yep, Nick Kennedy has a tire going down. As we're under caution for the second time. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, that sucks for the 20 car. Blaze Zivatar, Jeff Scott in the 46. Coming off turn 6, he just hooks him, just gets into him, just enough. And straight for the tire barriers he goes. And, you know, those tire barriers may be soft, but man, do they just absolutely destroy the race car. You saw it. It absorbed the energy, but you could see there's roof damage. Got hit by Chris Sang, and here he gets hit by Connor Breeden in the 49. 49 of Connor Breeden was 21st. Trying to save it, but then he just plows the wall there. The left side, the driver's side, and then up ahead we see more wrecking. More wrecking up front. The 3 Dodgers right here. Jeff Scott, David Davison, and Ramian Fisher. Right off turn 7. All 3 Dodgers go out and wreck out. Davison in the 42. Able to keep on going. Jeff Scott on the 46. Most of it able to scramble away. But all get away without any damage. And here's Connor Breeden on the 49. Just drives it straight into the pit wall and just totals his race car. Alright, second caution of the day. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, so had to kind of rush through that because got interrupted. Alright, so Breeden and Zivatar out of the race. 30 cars remaining. We know that Nick Kennedy has a tire going down. So he's somewhere in the back. There he is. Tough break for Kennedy. Well, it looks like he had a good shot to win today's race. Few damaged race cars like Chris Sang, who got into the 20 car. He got quite a bit actually. Not a lot of cosmetic damage, but a lot of damage underneath. So a lot of mechanical damage, you know, that stuff. So Parker Smith, Josh King, Colin Cropperly, Nicholas Jewett, and our points leader, Mitchell Hodak, is part of the mix. Pace car is in, here we go. Parker Smith getting us to the green, nearing the halfway point. Getting ready to go green, and we're back underway. King on a great restart. Cropperly looked to the outside, but Nicholas Jewett to the inside. Oh, we caught him off guard. He's going to take third. That's going to put him right there with his teammate, who's also his championship rival. Here's Brad Cheston, who won Indianapolis. Nearly lost it on the last lap, but was able to hang on and win that race. Earning his first win of the season, his first top 5, and now he's here in the top 5 once again, battling Hodak, and he might get the position here. He is out in ahead. Yeah. Look at this. 3 Roush cars this close to each other again. There's Cole Colby in the 25. Back to third in the points. Gained 1 position. 68 points back. Oh, contact. Oh, Hodak hard on the wall. Right back in front of traffic. Takes out another one. Tim Randolph. Oh, in the 22 of Wes McCoy. Michael Brown. Oh, this is going to be a big wreck. Car upside down. Brown barrel rolling. Trey Wright as well. Huge wreck. Huge wreck coming off the carousel turn. Caution, caution, caution at the line. Who's going to get it? Parker Smith does. Able to beat Josh King. And we're under caution for the 3rd time. We'll take a look at the replay. Yeah, I saw those two, Brad Cheston and Hodak. They got pretty close to each other. This was a battle for 5th. I thought they were going to save it. Then I see Hodak coming back in front. Hits the wall. Here's the contact with Brad Cheston. The tree gets in our way. Cheston, that was close for him to hit the wall head on, but then Hodak, he just looks like he just skimmed it, but it was just enough to knock that car out of shape. Slams the other wall, the outside wall, back in front of traffic. Tim Randolph, another contender, he just gets taken out and he backs it into that opening, kind of like Michael McDowell back in 2014, I believe, or is it 2015? I think it was 2014. And then Wes McCoy, and then there's Michael Brown in the 18, and look at that. He just gets tipped over. Trey Wright also in the air. Ryan Butcher in the 6. Noah Swell. Trey Wright's on top of another car, and he goes upside down. 2 cars up and over. That was Derek Edison and Michael Brown up and over again. He flipped over at Chicagoland, right? I think so. And another wild one for Michael Brown. Another wreck race car. Man. Huge wreck. One of the biggest here at the Glen. For sure. Got to be at least top 10. There's Ryan Butcher in the 6. The only Roush driver just does not have a win, and it's been a rough season for the 6. Was running in the top 15 and looks like he was going to grab all these free positions, but then Tim Randolph bounced right back in front, and there's Nathan Norman who clobbers him. Man, what a wreck. I haven't seen a Watkins Glen wreck like this in a while. It's just cars everywhere. Take a look at that. Maybe a few more, maybe once or twice. Here's a Trey Wright on the 40. Another car that went up and over. Get right in the behind Michael Brown, and then, yep. You know, the wall kind of closes in because of the what you call it? Because the tunnel. Is there a tunnel underneath? I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, thing's pretty much an overpass. So the wall closes in a little more, and then it just causes them to fly, just bunch up, flip over. Man, what a wreck. What a wreck. So that's our 3rd yellow of the day, the big one here at Watkins Glen. We'll take you back to the restart. Getting ready for the green here. So, Jeff Scott just retired. David Davison is still behind him from scoring. So there's 20 cars left on the racetrack. You can see Orman, Swell, Wright, Wes McCoy, Ryan Butcher, Tim Randolph, Mitchell Hodak, Michael Brown, Travis Chapman, and another championship contender, right, Jeff Scott. So potential championship in town, 9 points. But anyways, pace car is in. Here we go. 6 to go when we take the green flag. Parker Smith out in front. So, new winner or repeat winner? Got a good chance for both. Here we go. King quickly to the outside, but he's going to swing to the inside. Side by side here, Josh King in the 5. Well, he won 3 races in last season's FRD Formula A series, so no surprise that he is out in front. Able to get by. Kellogg's versus Cheerios. Which one is your favorite? Side by side here. Colin Cropley gonna retake 3rd. Clears Nicholas Jewett before getting into the bus stop. Brad Cheston 5th. Could sneak a 2nd win here if he can. There's Rodriguez in the number 97. Rodriguez 5th in the points, 95 points back. One of his teammates out, the points leader. And here comes Parker Smith again. He's got to run. Wants to take that lead back, but can't get a nose underneath. They're going to go 3 wide. I think so. Here goes Rodriguez. But Cheston able to clear on the outside. But here comes Rodriguez in the 97. 3 wins this season. A little bit inconsistency, but he's back in well, he's 5th in the points though. He could have been the points leader if he had a couple good runs. And Colin Cropley doors him. Oh, or not Colin Cropley. What am I saying Colin Cropley for? Cole Colby in a 25, getting aggressive here. Colby doesn't want any of his rivals in points. He's going for it. A little bit risky though. Even if you make that pass, it could come back for you. Still side by side here. Colby trying to clear. Here's Kenny Johnson in a 29 in the mix. Definitely a season to forget. There's more contact between those two, and he's clear. Rodriguez is not going to like that. And because of that battle, look how far away from they are. Oh, big wreck. Andrew Gardner in the air. Oh, man, that's a bad one. Another flip. Our 4th car. Oh, Rodriguez gets turned around by Kenny Johnson into the guardrail, and Johnson now upside down. Oh, Alexander Rowe can't miss it. Into the wall hard. Yellow is out, but the race is not over. Josh King is the leader. We'll take a look at the replay. I hope it's not over. No, it's not. We're going to have 2 laps to go, I believe. Andrew Gardner in the 0, battling Nicholas Jewett for 8th place. And again, off the carousel, turn 5. They got hooked together. Damn trees are in the way. And Gardner just goes for a ride. And straight into that guardrail at an angle. You know it's bad. Nicholas Jewett gets stuck in the guardrail right in front of Ramian Fisher in the 9. His car is done for, and the 0 goes for a ride. Upside down. I believe the 2nd time this season. But man, that happens so fast in the 0. He lands on top of the 0 of Jasper Granum. Hard landing there, but at least it's not roof first. And there's Nick Kennedy in the 10. He gets into his teammate, and again, the trees are in the way. He gets into the wall. Heads for, at least he's not heading for another opening. Or another angled wall at an angled. And that's and then we saw Kenny Johnson flip over too in the 0. A lot of cars flipping today. We had 0 at Talladega. We had 5 here today. Look at a 9 car. Fisher was running 10th at the time. Probably cannot believe a car just came flying towards him like that. A much better Cup season compared to his national season, but still the luck. And look at that 0 car. Look how quickly it just gets flung. Like a sling, like it just shot out of a slingshot or something. That 0 car. And then up ahead we saw a 3-way battle here. Rodriguez, he gets turned by Kenny Johnson in the 29. Yeah, Kenny Johnson into the back of him, spins him out. Luckily, he misses the tire barrier, hits the wall, keeps on going. But then Kenny Johnson, he's trying to regain control here. So he's all sideways. This could have been a good finish, good day for him. But then he gets in that right on the edge, right on the corner. Hits it really hard with the right side, tips over, goes upside down. So today, Patrick Mew, Trey Wright, Michael Brown, Andrew Gardner, and Kenny Johnson all up and over. And there's Alex in a row, who did not post a lap time in qualifying. Gets into Kenny Johnson. Looks like he was going to gobble up all those free positions, get an easy top 10 possibly. Nope. Not today, man. Alex in a row. Just a terrible season. 23rd in the points though, but still. His Watkins Glen weekend hasn't been the best. Alright, so let's take you back to the restart. If we do. I think we do. Alright, yes, we do. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. 15 cars remaining on the racetrack. A lot of the wrecked race cars with no front end are in the top 10. Here's Tony Newman, Derek Edison, 8th and 9th. So this should be interesting. Here we go. Josh King, Parker Smith, Brad Cheston, Colin Cropley, and Cole Colby. Kennedy coming down pit road. Green flag. Crossing just for damage, and a great restart for King. Parker Smith spun the tires a little bit. Can't get to the inside. Got 2 laps. Oh, Josh King goes way wide. He nearly lost it there. He blew it. He had a great restart and he blew turn 1. Here goes Smith. Contact. A little bit of contact. Josh King not giving up. The 2 cereal brands going at it again. Brad Cheston, who do you help? We're getting close here. Oh, Brad Cheston's trying to help both of them, sort of. Here they go. Parker Smith, I believe, is going to retake the lead. Josh King, no, still side by side, but he's got the inside through turn 6, and he's clear, back out in front, the 43 car. Won Texas early this season. Been pretty consistent since then. Now looking for win number 2. Brad Cheston trying to go for 2 straight top 2 finishes, or possibly 2 wins in a row. Coming to the white flag. Parker Smith driving away from Josh King. King a little bit slow here, holding up the field. Here goes Cropley to the inside in the 17. He's going for 3rd. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Don't overdrive it. Josh King sends it hard. Smith goes a little wide, but not too wide. He's okay. Side by side here. Cropley now gonna clear Brad Cheston. Cole Colby doors the 41. Colby's been aggressive today. There's Tatum McCoy in the 2 in the mix. Josh King in the 5. Trying to get that draft off the 43 here. Not a lot of straightaways. You can draft off and hard into the bus stop. Hard on the brakes. Trying to outbrake him. Get close. Smith goes a little high. King a little low. Here we go. Big run for the 5 car. Really closes the gap. Worley will make his move. There he goes to the inside. Into turn 6 they go. They're side by side for the race win. Who's gonna do it? Parker Smith. Contact between the 2. Smith still on the inside. Josh King on the outside. King in the wall. Coming to the checkered flag. Who's gonna win this race? And it will be Josh King in the 5. A wild finish here at Watkins Glen. I thought those 2 were gonna wreck. And what a run by Josh King. Also running his fastest lap of the race. Incredible. How did they not wreck at the end? Cropley was about to get a free win. Well, a lot of drivers ran there fast. Well, maybe not a lot, but okay. Well, there is a few. But wow, what a finish. Josh King was not going to lose this race. He got the better restart. But he blew turn 1, lost the lead. But then he got it right back off turn 7. That has to be the best finish here at Watkins Glen. Man, what a race. But dare I say it, Watkins Glen, I believe, is better than Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Despite me being a Canadian and loving the Canadian series, but I think Watkins Glen has to be the best road course out there for NR. We'll take a look at the full race results. So there you have it. Josh King with his first win of the season. Is the 5 team back? Well, they have been falling a bit, but this victory, who knows? They could come. They can do a comeback. Who knows? Josh King on the 5 getting the win. I believe, or the second Henrik car to do so, but this season. But Josh King, what a finish. He's no stranger to road courses. He knew how to get it done. We mentioned that he won 3 races back in the season 2 in the FRD A-Class Series. So not too much of a surprise to see him out front today. Parker Smith in the 43, oh so close to getting that second win. I hope that loss right there didn't bite it, or it's going to bite him for the championship. Still a lot of points gained, maybe, for Parker Smith. Colin Cropley, oh man, did he wish that those 2 guys wrecked in front of him, because that would have been an easy victory. But I believe he'll still get the points lead. Yeah, no doubt. 20 points back. Not a big margin. He's going to get it. Cole Colby has been pretty aggressive today. Got side by side, rubbing fenders, dooring a few guys, finishing 4th, kept his car clean at least. But the racing for him, still came out in 4th place, so great run for the 25. That will be his 5th top 5 finish of the season. Tina McCoy, a great run for him. He needed that, finishing 5th. Brad Cheston fell back to 6th, but still another good run. After a win at Indianapolis, was close to getting another top 5, even top 3 finish today. Carlos Rodriguez, despite wrecking, he didn't pick up a lot of damage, but he was able to recover a little bit and finish 7th, so not too terrible. Tony Newman, who had no front end, well, they didn't get too much damage, stayed out of most of the big hits and the big crashes, finishing 8th, as well as Derek Edison. Both those guys had heavily damaged race cars, but thanks to all the wrecking and whatnot, them staying at the back, or pretty much slow because of the damage, they were able to swoop around, get a top 10 finish. And Noodles in the 99 as well, who got caught up in an early wreck, but was able to salvage a top 10. 15 cars finished the race. Here is the rest of the race. There's also a lot of flips, a lot of big wrecks, a lot of wreck race cars today. But man, what a race. What a race. Take a look at that finish, that end right there. Josh King in the 5 was not going to be denied today. He had that run through the carousel. He got side by side with Parker Smith through turn 6. Coming off turn 6, there's Parker Smith in the 43. He gets a little loose. He gets into Josh King. I thought those 2 were going straight into that tire barrier right over there. And then Smith had the inside, but he just did not have enough momentum, not enough speed. Yeah, just couldn't carry after the contact. Kind of scrubbed off. You could see the 43 just lose it. Oh man, he goes through the grass too, so that kind of hurt him a little bit. And then he tried the inside, but he doesn't send it. I thought he had gonna get it back as Josh King goes really wide. He hits the wall. He hits the wall coming off turn 7. But it wasn't enough to slow him down, and Parker Smith could not get him back, and Josh King wins by a couple of car lengths. Not too much. But man, what a finish, and Cropley oh so close to swooping in. Oh man, what a race here at Watkins Glen. What a race. So that is it here today. Josh King, the winner, first win of the season, will now take you to victory lane.